Good day, everyone. Whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, welcome, welcome. My name is Chris Sabani, and I am the director of the Program for African Studies at Northwestern University. It is the oldest program of African studies in the United States and quite possibly worldwide.
Thank you so much, Chris, for that incredible introduction to both the process of this and the history behind it as well. As Chris has said, my name is Wana Odabang, and I'm the curator of this series, Reclaiming the Tongue. To start introductions, I'm going to allow sort of my participants / partners / collaborators to introduce themselves. But I also want you to introduce yourself briefly, but also answering the question, what inspired you to start the work that you do with food? Let me go with Nema first.
Hi, so I'm Nema Tiovata, and I am of Kenyan origin. And it's a long story, but I'll try and shorten it. My aunt, who's a botanist, a retired botanist, and I were having a conversation about underutilized plants in Kenya. And something about that just got me thinking, because I like to experiment with food. I look at food as a form of culinary art. And so I kept thinking about that question of how do you get people to utilize things that they normally wouldn't? And I decided, you know what, I think I really should take the study of food seriously. And that's how I ended up in BU's gastronomy program. I think another inspiration was really my great grandmother, who was this incredible herbalist in her own right, and had this just incredible knowledge of plants that wasn't, taught at school or anything. It's just life. And that really, in a way, just gave me that extra oomph to really pursue it. So that's why I do what I do.
Thank you. We'll go to Iquo next.
Okay. Yeah, hi, everybody. Yeah, so food. I asked myself, did I come into food or was I born into food? If your mom is an Efik woman, as my mom is, really you don't have a choice with food. But why did I decide to formalize things, so to speak? A couple of years ago, I looked at, of course, was in a 9-to-5. Time was ticking, was almost time to retire. The nest was empty already, and therefore I needed some things to be doing with my time. Of course, my background is nutrition and dietetics. And so having worked in a food company for, almost 3 decades, of my life, I said, food is something I like. Food is something I love, For me, it's a way of expressing my creative side. Now, I looked at the health system in Nigeria, and I see that, honestly, there's so many reasons we have not to go to hospitals if we can fix the nutrition side. However, I wasn't quite excited about the way nutrition education, is carried out or has been carried out. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. So for me, starting the whole food blog was first a platform, to express myself creatively. I had all the time on my hands. The kids were out of the house. Secondly, it was, can I subtly, help Nigerians eat better, eat healthier, without them having to go on any special diet. And also understanding that the part of Nigeria where I come from, there's a lot, abundance of food. And so it started from there. And of course, during my career, I've had the opportunity to travel quite a bit. And I saw the underutilization of ingredients around us. And I also saw the barriers we had towards, oh, this is not from my place, this is from my place. Because for me, growing up, it just happens that my father traveled quite a bit. We started our lives in Zaria, we lived in Kano, Benin. I actually started my school in Benin City, continued school in Aba, finished off school in Lagos. So for me, it was that, I had experienced Nigeria from my childhood. So this was going to be my platform for gathering all of this and sharing with those people that decide to follow me on social media.